Strap in. Buckle up. And start your engines. Police Interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
140 miles an hour.
High tech. And highly trained.
Canto, come! Come on, Cat, where is he?
With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve. This is Lincolnshire's elite as they clamp down on crime. Coming up, a drugs raid proves that double glazing is no barrier to justice.
Round there.
Car thieves try to rewrite road rules.
8082 miles per hour.
And when drugs are found, friendships are tested.
You're doing your mate's legs here.
Come on, mate.
This is Lincolnshire. Over 2,000 square miles stretching from Cambridgeshire in the south all the way up to Humberside in the north. It's a big place with almost 1 million inhabitants, not all of whom are on the right side of the law. Those who aren't have to deal with the Police Interceptors, an elite group of officers tasked with protecting the county from anything that threatens peace and order. Almost every situation can be handled by the Interceptors on their own, but there are times when they need to call in the big guns.
Police! Stand still!
For raids, they rely on the Operational Support Unit. With their tasers, gadgets and heavy-duty kit, they're totally prepared for any situation that might arise. There's been intelligence about drugs crime on an estate in Boston. It's just out of the town centre and a short 30-minute drive from an OSU base.
Hey, we're nearly there.
This is Sean Brennan. He's been a police officer for 23 years, but before he joined up, he was a corporal in the Royal Marines, so there aren't many situations he can't handle. People involved in drugs are known for protecting their property by any means necessary. That might mean weapons, dogs, or any number of other nasty tricks. But the OSU have one very big advantage: surprise. The property they're targeting is a downstairs flat. Intelligence tells them that what looks like the flat's front door only goes upstairs. There's only one way into this property, and that's around the back.
What side's it going to be on, Si?
It's on your left-hand side of your face. Right, we're going to have to stop short. We've got the blind in it, I think.
The team are going to hit the front window and back entrance simultaneously so the occupants don't have time to run, hide, or destroy evidence.
Round there.
Best alarm clock in the world. It's 10 a.m. and most of the good people of Boston are hard at work. But the suspects here were happily snoozing away before they were rudely awakened by a cold shower of glass.
Leave your hands where I can see them. Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
What's doing that? It's just me off.
I'm always grumpy before my first cup of coffee too. In a coordinated manoeuvre, Sean Brennan has used the big red key to show himself in through the door.
OK, we've just got in this house. We've done the front and the back at the same time. The front hasn't got a door, so I've gone through the window, broke the glass to go into the downstairs bedroom window. At the same time, we've done this back gate and then gone in through the back door. It's gone pretty well, actually. We've got in there very quick. We met the team who went through the window as we're going in the kitchen, so we're in there. The occupants didn't even have time to get out of bed, so it's gone quite well.
OK, they've got in the flat, but what's inside?
We have to take it room by room, area by area, and search it with quite a lot of detail. We're looking for things, mobile phones, even the smallest SIM cards or small wraps of drugs that could be quite well hidden within the property. That's why even a small flat could take several hours to search.
And indeed, a thorough search turns up a firearm hidden behind a door. Further investigation proves it's just a legally owned air rifle. But then they find something else.
I've recovered a quantity of powder off the floor that I believe is heroin, all right? So you're going to be arrested on suspicion of possession with intent to supply.
Officers have found a split packet with some beige powder in it spilt over the carpet next to the bed.
It's not about that makeup that's all over the side of the bed and that.
That's it. Well, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you can't arrest me for a bit of makeup.
He claims it's just a little blusher. But if this turns out to be a cover-up, then he'll be getting more than just a slap.
Come on, look at that. It's makeup, man.
It looks like brown, doesn't it?
Well,
It's the same colour, isn't it?
it's got gaze and everything in it there.
The occupant's been arrested because what we think is heroin was found in the bedroom. This is a small cellophane wrap. We think this is what the heroin was in. This has been ripped open to spread it around. Forensically, we can have this examined and get any fingerprints off this packaging so we know who was responsible for it, who touched it.
For the OSU, raids like this are all part of a day's work. But that doesn't mean the thrill is gone.
You still get a huge kick when the van's pulling up outside a door. You've not been there before. The intelligence package rarely covers exactly what it's going to be like inside. You can hear people shouting, you can hear dogs barking. So yeah, it's a huge buzz. I won't use the word excitement, but you know, you've got to get in there quickly, and you've got a job to do.
Ultimately, everything they do is focused on one aim: to make the streets of Lincolnshire safe.
The best outcome for today is what we're seizing in there proves to be heroin.
There was no evidence of dealing, and the woman in the bed faced no charges. But the makeup on the floor did turn out to be heroin. The man pleaded guilty to possession and was fined £130, and his drugs were destroyed. Coming up,
130 miles an hour.
a man desperate for a night out puts his foot down.
Far too fast. It's ridiculous sort of speed.
Veteran Interceptor Peacock gets a rare surprise.
In 20 years, I've never had it like this.
And Jez Dodd in a stakeout. Coming up, foot flat down on the A1.
I've got a vehicle 14081 north.
Thanks for stopping.
An overweight lorry gets a heavy fine.
It was a sore day for him.
And car thieves attempt to outpace the Interceptors. The A1, the longest road in the UK. 410 miles linking London to Scotland. Around 12 forces police this multi-lane carriageway, and the Lincolnshire stretch is no stranger to a speeding motorist. Lincolnshire police have a stable of performance motors at their disposal. Some unmarked, some marked. But all are high-powered performance cars that will give most things on the road a run for their money. And with a light dusting of snow, conditions are more dangerous than usual. Behind the wheel of the unmarked 5 Series BMW, patrolling the North Carriageway, is Sergeant Ady Wootton. Ex-armed forces, Ady is one of the Interceptor's most able drivers, and in the Beamer, he's got one of the quickest cars. With a top speed of 155 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 in a pants-staining 5.7 seconds. If you see this in your rearview mirror, you aren't going to drive your way out of trouble. Not that Ady will need it to nick this next fella.
If he's on his mobile phone, you'll see him in his rear wing mirror, I would have thought.
You can see the man rabbiting away on his mobile. You're 4 times more likely to crash if you use a phone while driving. Risky numbers in an HGV like this.
When you're driving a 44-ton vehicle at 56 miles an hour, they hit the back of the vehicle, the likelihood is the person in the vehicle is going to be killed.
The driver is oblivious to the unmarked BMW and continues to banter on the blower.
The danger's not just to injury, but it's also to the infrastructure of the country. Just a minor crash on an A road, it's going to close the A1 for 5 to 6 hours.
So AD calls control to tell them he's going to make a stop.
Dan, I'm coming in with a heavy, mate, just for your information.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
You can call me mate. Mate, I don't mind. I'm not precious.
No, you don't.
But I will insist you call me sir, though.
Sir pulls the lorry into the services and heads over to introduce himself.
Hello, mate. How are you? Do you know why I've stopped you?
No.
No idea?
No.
Not on your mobile phone at 12 minutes past 10?
I did receive a call, but I hung it up.
So you didn't drive past me on your mobile phone in your right hand. You didn't see me drive alongside you, looking at you in your rear view, in your side mirror there, it's about another half a mile up the road, still on your mobile phone. Then swap it over to the other hand, still on your mobile phone, and me drop behind you. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that did happen.
Right, that's why you pulled in, mate. You're not under arrest, mate. I'm just going to report it for you using your phone on the road.
He swiftly completes the report.
That'll get reported to someone. They'll either send you to court or they'll offer you 3 points of licence and a £60 fine.
But there's always time for a quick safety lecture.
The size of you, if anything goes wrong, mate, you're not concentrating on the road. You're at a vehicle in front. Likelihood they're going to die. Where have you got to get to?
I've got to go to up north.
It's all up north to me.
Lorry dealt with, it's back in the Beamer and back on the A1.
NC Tango Sierra 11.
Looking after the infrastructure of the county, no less.
NC, can you do us a moving vehicle, please? A1 at Grantham.
A clear, incident-free carriageway. Not much call for AD's high-speed driving skills today. Tonight, on the other hand, he's going to need them all. That light disappearing towards Nottinghamshire is an Audi A5. And it's flying.
130 miles an hour. We've got to stay on the A1 North, just go Newark.
AD pushes the Beamer close to its top end. He's got 254 horses under the bonnet and he's letting them all run wild. Taking the unmarked car up to 140 miles per hour.
Now 140, no challenges yet.
The Audi in front's eating up the A1 at almost double the speed limit.
I've got a vehicle, 140, A1 North.
After covering 2 miles in under a minute, AD finally catches the speeding Audi.
Tell it to stop, Emma.
Out, mate. Just take the keys out of the car for us, fella. How are you?
Well,
just come round here for us, mate. I'm not going to say to you why I've stopped you, Bobby, but you know why, don't you, mate? I'm reporting you for excess speed. 130 on the 70-mile-an-hour limit, OK, mate? Far too fast. It's ridiculous sort of speed, all right?
There is never a proper justification for a member of the public doing 130. But some excuses are better than others. This guy hasn't left the gas on, and he isn't rushing to a maternity ward. He's just in a hurry for a night out.
Where are you going back to? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Let me give you your bank card back. I'm reporting you for excess speed, being a speed of 130 on the 70-mile-an-hour limit, OK, mate? But considering your demeanour and the way you've been moving since you come out, mate, you're going to go on your journey tonight.
AD lets the driver carry on to Newcastle, but driving at those sorts of speeds means the bloke is likely to face an automatic ban. So I doubt he'll enjoy his night out on the town. The Sarge thinks this speeder has had a narrow escape.
Luckily, the roads are quite quiet, but if you lose control of any vehicle at 130 miles an hour, it's going to go hundreds of metres into the next carriageway, and then it's spinning, it's rolling, it literally go anywhere, and without question, those sort of speeds, then that person will be dead, and if you hit another vehicle, I suspect they'll be dead as well.
For going at life-endangering speeds, our boy racer was banned from driving for 56 days and fined a total of £270. With another speeder brought to book, AD can rest assured that the A1 is a safer road tonight.
But at that speed, yeah, I was quite pleased that he stopped, to be honest, because I thought it wouldn't be long, we'd be Sheffield way at that sort of speed.
The Road Policing Unit is the front line against danger on the highways and byways. They're highly trained officers tasked with reducing road casualties, stopping antisocial road use and fighting vehicle crimes. But it isn't all about fast chases and dramatic stops. James Bateman is a 12-year veteran traffic cop. As an interceptor, he's an advanced driver, qualified for Tactical Pursuit and Containment, or TPAC, trapping and stopping vehicles at speed. But none of that matters today, as they're conducting snap checks on lorries on the A17, one of Lincolnshire's busiest roads. Lorries make up 8% of road traffic, but in the last 5 years, a staggering 31% of accidents where people were killed or injured involved a lorry. Police riders are patrolling the road and shepherding in random HGVs for spot checks by James and the unit.
Hello there. Thanks for stopping. Not going to keep you long. We're carrying out a national check.
At first glance, this lorry looks to be above board.
No, I don't blame you.
It's hired, but there's nothing wrong with that. The trailer is full of plants being transported from a nursery in Cambridgeshire up to Scotland.
Are you on a tachograph today? No?
But hired or not, every lorry of this size needs a fresh tachograph each and every day it's driven. It's a device that automatically records speed, distance, when the vehicle is moving and when it's stopped. Legally, lorry drivers need to take a 45-minute break every 4.5 hours on the road. And a working tachograph is the only way to prove they're sticking to those rules.
I'll give you that back. Just let us do a couple of checks and we'll sort you out. So this is the tachograph that's been pulled from the head of the box van we've just pulled over. And as you can see, it's quite heavily printed.
A tachograph should have a single line like a heartbeat monitor, but this one's been round so many times it's almost worn through.
It's just been going round and round and round for the last 3 or 4 months.
James directs the lorry onto the giant scales to see if it's within safe weight limits.
That's it. Just keep going a little bit further and knock it off there for us. Yeah, 9 ton.
Yeah, just in the lane, alongside that van.
It's 9 ton. What should he be in that?
7.5 ton.
He's overloaded.
The upper safe load limit of this lorry is 7.5 tonnes. This guy's hauling 9. That extra 1.5 tons doesn't sound a lot, but it may be enough to overwhelm the brakes and make it unsafe for the roads. And if you do crash in a lorry, the results can be a horror show. 52% of motorway fatalities involve lorries. 9 tonnes at 70 miles an hour can cause a heck of a mess.
He's going to be prosecuted for driving without any charts in his tachograph, which is a £300 penalty. There's also the second offence of being overload. He's in a 7.5 ton wagon. He actually weighs 9 tonnes, which is another £300. So he's going to be walking away £600 lighter today. So it's going to be a bit of a sore day for him.
If you can sign that, please. So what's that saying? It's while it's overloaded, you can't go anywhere.
Right. Okay.
And because he can't prove how long he's been out on the road, the driver is put on 4-star R&R at the local B&B. He can't drive again until the morning, and to add insult to injury, he'll have to pay an £80 unclamping fee before he can get back on the road. It wasn't that long ago when car theft meant a coat hanger down the window and hot wiring the ignition. But security has become sophisticated enough now that 2/3 of cars stolen are taken with their keys. It's become common for thieves to burgle houses just for the car keys. Known in this part of the country as a Hanoi robbery, it's more than a little annoying for the owners, as many models now stolen and never recovered, and are either shipped abroad or stripped down for parts and sold, often within hours. There's been a report of a burglary in Grimsby where the light-fingered crims have taken the keys and driven away in an MG ZR. They've made the mistake of heading south into the Lincolnshire Police's patch, and now PC Precious is on the prowl. The duo know they have to move fast before the MG is nicked stripped and never seen again. Family guy Rich Precious is a man of simple tastes. At home, he loves nothing better than a good chicken curry, and at work, he's happiest behind the wheel of the unmarked BMW 530, which is lucky, as that's exactly where he is. The unmarked car slips out behind the MG on the A16 heading southbound. The robbers failed to stop for officers 10 minutes ago, but with no obvious police presence, now the thieves inside think they're home and dry. There's a marked patrol car at the roundabout half a mile ahead, so this should be a textbook stop. But our burglars must have spotted the marked police car as they decide to test their luck going the wrong way around a roundabout. It's a dangerous manoeuvre and one that causes the unmarked car to break cover and kick into overdrive. Desperate to get away, the fleeing driver squeezes between two other vehicles. The car thieves are showing a reckless disregard for anyone else, almost forcing other cars off the road. The driver of the hot hatch uses all of its 102 brake horsepower to try and pull away, but the Beamer doesn't even break into a sweat. The stolen car pulls off the main route and onto back roads, potentially much more dangerous.
Just hang back, mate, don't let it crash into a tree.
The police give the suspect some space. They know that sooner or later the thieves will run out of petrol, luck, or road.
Yeah, we've got a decal, we've gone across fields. It's gone across fields.
But roads don't seem to be a problem for these guys, as they decide the best way to throw the police off their heels is to go rural. Rich Precious decides they'll probably get stuck in the mud and chases after them RoboCop style. Well, almost. To everyone's surprise, he doesn't catch up the speeding motor on foot. The MG proves to be more resilient than expected and is ploughing a furrow towards the far hedge and freedom. The officers are having none of that. They may have to go the long way round, but other units are closing in and the car thieves are living on borrowed time.
Stop.
Listed!
Our aspiring farmers' luck has run dry. They've hit rock bottom and a hedge. The driver was convicted of burglary, dangerous driving, no insurance and car theft. For all this, he got 8 months inside. His friend was also convicted of burglary and theft and was handed a youth rehabilitation order. Coming up, Peacock takes a punt on a hunch.
He may be also trying to get us away from the address so his brother can escape. Who knows?
Dan Briginshaw catches a speeding suspect.
Well, that powder looks like either a Class A or a Class B drug.
And the stakes are high when Doddy takes on some cattle.
If they did pose a danger to the public, I'm afraid they'd have to be shot.
Coming up, lashed lad arrested for getting Larry in Lincoln. John Peacock finds out what it's like to be a doorstep evangelist.
If you don't open the door, I'm going to put the door in.
And a twitchy suspect hopes the sniffer dog is having an off day. There are many things that affect crime rates that aren't immediately obvious. Burglary rates plummet during big football matches. Drunk and disorderly arrests go up after payday. And weather can be a policeman's best friend. The fog on the Tyne might be Gazzers, but for Magpies fan Peacock, it's fog off the North Sea that's helping him out.
It's foggy, it's very cold. We may be lucky in that our criminal fraternity may decide it's too cold to go out and do their crimes, which would be quite nice, but it's not always the case.
John Peacock has 21 years on the force and is usually found on the less bitey end of a police dog lead. But the fog causes as many problems as it sorts out.
And we've just had a report of a motor vehicle, a grey Mitsubishi, that has broken down on the A15. Apparently he's run out of petrol.
It's just after rush hour, and this is one of the arteries that runs into the heart of Lincoln. It's a dangerous place to stop. The motorist makes it back to the car with a petrol canister, but he's got no funnel, which could make filling the car a messy business.
Give me a second, I'll go and see if I find something.
Like the seasoned pro that he is, John Peacock is always prepared and has a Swiss Army knife and plastic bottle in his van. Lateral thinking to stop a potential disaster.
We now have a funnel. Get out the carriageway and hopefully the vehicle's going to start. Yep, vehicle started.
The fog is beginning to lift and things are looking a little brighter for the rest of the shift. John has been called to Lincoln city centre, where a man was caught shoplifting but ran off. His friend then unwisely decided to try and go toe-to-toe with the shop security.
Oh!
Joanna! So, is this man assaulted you?
No, he's trying to punch me.
Yo! Hey, hey!
Hey!
The man seems a lot more excited than anyone should be in Lincoln before lunchtime.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to arrest you at this time on suspicion of a fray.
Weirdly, our punch-drunk offender seems keen to get to a nice cosy cell.
OK, if we'll stick you in the back of the van, chap.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Back at the station, he accepted a caution under Section 5 of the Public Order Act and had to pay £120 in fines. It's an early result for John, but his day has only just begun. This morning's fog has caused a number of crashes, tying up a lot of other units. So Dogman John is being called to jobs he wouldn't normally deal with, one of which is an arrest warrant for a fleet-footed crim.
He's a young lad, slim build and quick on his toes.
What are you saying about yourself?
I'm saying I hope the cameraman can keep up with me.
John's after a lad who's breached his bail conditions. When he catches him, he's heading straight back to prison. No stranger to the law, this guy's a one-man crime wave.
He is a very, very active criminal in the area. And to get off the streets, it's something Lincolnshire Police certainly would like to see. Burglaries, theft from motor vehicles, garage breaks, you name it, cycle thefts. That is his modus operandi.
He won't be needing a photo fit today, as John knows the offender quite well.
The reason he went inside is when I last arrested him, so he'll certainly know me.
For all the advances in technology over the years, sometimes old-fashioned policing is the best. So John knows his immediate future holds a lot of knocking on doors and asking questions. When John's after a suspect, he's as tenacious as a dog with a bone. Some call it the policeman's nose, for others it's just plain luck. But whatever the reason, John Peacock has a great hit rate when he follows his instinct. And today he may have found an unlikely accomplice.
Hello, mate. We're after speaking to...
Yeah, be at his mate's house.
Well, which one's that?
Well, I'm driving that car now, so I'll take you down that way.
All right, mate. Thanks very much.
John knows this is the wanted man's brother. While he's suspicious of the help, our dogman is not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
This is brother. He's willing to take us to an address where he thinks his brother might be. However, it's a little strange, this is, and I might be wrong. However, he may be also trying to get us away from the address so his brother can escape. Who knows? Give him the benefit of the doubt.
They arrive at the estate, but the fugitive is nowhere to be seen. This might be a wild goose chase, but John is determined to follow it to the end.
I've got a mobile. Could you ring? Do you know his number?
No, I don't know his number. I haven't got a mobile.
I've got a mobile. I can lend you it if you want to.
I need his number though.
Right.
If I can get his number and meet back up here or something.
Well, I can ask for his number from control. We've got it. Let's see if he'll answer to you.
Right, where are you?
It's a thumbs up and they're on their way. He's apparently holed up in a friend's flat nearby. The man is being returned to prison because he was bailed on condition that he live in a specific location. He hasn't been, so when John catches him, he'll have to finish his sentence inside.
I'm extremely surprised that a relative is assisting as much as is. What they're saying is he's doing it for his brother's sake. He wants him to have everything dealt with and start afresh. That's very honourable, but unusual. In 20 years, I've never had it like this, so it's new to me.
It looks like John's made the right call. He can see his man. Now he just has to get to him.
Hello, it's the police. Can you open the door, please?
He buzzes a neighbour's flat, getting him into the building itself. A quick knock on the door, but John keeps his thumb on the eye hole. He wouldn't want to ruin the surprise. But maybe he was spotted on the way because no one seems keen to answer.
Open the door, chap. I've just seen you. It's the police. If you don't open the door, I'm going to put the door in.
The lad is trying to lay low, but his hiding leaves a lot to be desired.
I can see you moving. You can see the shadows across the floor. Come and open the door now, or else I'm going to put the door in. NC, Oscar Delta 11. I know you're busy, but can you get somebody with a door enforcer for me, please? Over.
Now John has seen the wanted man, he can legally let himself into the friend's flat.
Come and open the door now. We're bringing the door enforcer down, and we're going to force entry to your premises. When we force entry to the premises, you will be liable for the bill, because you have refused to open the door.
That seems to have done the trick.
You were recalled to prison, OK? You have been issued with a warrant for your arrest. Have you got anything in your pockets? OK.
Back at the nick, and the thief seems happy to reminisce.
It's always you who gets me as well.
I know, mate.
Always do.
Fate keeps bringing us together, eh?
For breaching bail conditions, our light-fingered crim is sent back to prison for the remainder of his sentence. Another 16 weeks behind bars.
Good girl.
Unusually, John's managed a full day without needing either of his working dogs.
Hello, sweetheart. Good girl, eh? You been good girl?
On the way home, he lets them stretch their legs. Like all police dog handlers, both of his dogs live with him. Being together 24/7 makes for great bonding.
Good boy. Did you find that ball? She's not finished playing. In your van. Up.
Policing Lincolnshire in the daytime is one thing, but it can be a whole different story at night. Most Saturday nights in Boston have their fair share of action, but this is the first weekend in a dreary February, and everyone seems to be at home. Everyone, that is, except for the Interceptors. It's almost 3:30 a.m, and Dan Brigginshaw is done for the day. But while he may be winding down, he's never switched off.
This car in front of us didn't have its lights on for a little while. It's also got a brake light out.
The suspect car heads into a petrol station, but he's in for trouble at the pumps. Dan swiftly gets out of the unmarked police car, but the passenger twigs and is up and out even faster.
Hello, mate. You all right? Crikey. I'll drop everything everywhere, mate. You all right? Just step towards your mate. Doing a quick search, mate. All right, show us your hands here. You just look a bit furtive, you're dropping things all over the place. What you got on you shouldn't have?
Nothing.
No?
No.
Going to be a quick search on the Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, all right.
The twitchy passenger gets a thorough once-over, but it seems he's come up clean.
Just because I'm detaining you both and I'm on my own, I'm not going to be able to do that very well without just hand your hand over here without popping that on you.
Maybe Brigginshaw thinks that with all that sportswear, they're more likely to do a runner.
OK, a couple of reasons for the stop of the motor, mate. As I explained to your friend here, it's a quick search on the Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act, and also you didn't have your lights on for a little while when you came out of town, and you obviously realised in John Adams Way. Or is there anything I need to know about in the motor?
No, nothing, mate.
Not even a little bit of cannabis, nothing?
Nothing, mate, no.
Brilliant, this will be quick then. Some wedge on it here?
Yeah, I'm just going to go uptown tonight, but I ain't looking.
I say, a bit late for going into town, it's all finished.
Boston may be Lincolnshire's answer to New York, but it's hardly the city that never sleeps. At 3:30 on a Sunday morning, there's not much you can spend your money on other than petrol and kebabs. And aren't shorts an odd choice for a night on the tiles?
What, you say cold?
Yeah, I'm freezing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Once I've searched this quick, you'll be gone, mate.
Backup arrives and they start searching the motor, while Dan deals with the suspects. But even with a car as small as an Audi A3, it can take a while to find anything. Or not. The powder looks like some type of amphetamine, possibly speed.
What's this?
It's not mine, mate.
Well, that powder looks like either a Class A or a Class B drug. So you'll both be getting arrested if neither of you are forthcoming with who these. Because it's Class A or B drug, I'm not just going to leave it in the motor, am I? And not arrest people for that. So... You are? You're taking both down? It'll have to be, mate, yeah.
With neither man wanting to fess up to owning the suspect package, they're both facing a night in the cells.
Come on, mate.
Fair enough, then.
Don't do this to me.
If it is yours, you're doing your mate's legs in. It's your last chance.
Come on, mate. Right. Can't believe this.
Eventually, his friend cracks and admits the drugs are his.
At this point in time, you're under arrest, suspicion of possession of a controlled substance, so you don't have to say anything but remind me defence. Do not mention when questioned, since you later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
It's an amazing thing a police dog's nose. It can be 1,000 times as sensitive as our own. Sniffer dog Jazz is a 6-year-old lab and a potential drug dealer's worst enemy. It would take trained officers several hours to thoroughly search this car for drugs. It takes Jazz just seconds. Car checked, the driver is cleared of any wrongdoing and released. Dan can now finally go home.
Yeah, getting warm, bud. Thanks, mate. See you soon, bud. Things just seem to land across your lap when it's that sort of time, and that car was no different. Drew attention to himself without having his lights on for a short distance down John Adams Way, but the front seat passed this guy out like a jack in the box. So straight away it was a fairly foregone conclusion there was going to be drugs either on him or in the car. Yeah, so fairly positive result.
The powder did turn out to be amphetamine. The man pleaded guilty to possession of a Class B drug and was given a 12-month conditional discharge, plus costs. Coming up, for Wildlife Officer Jez Dodd, some call-outs are better than others.
I've been to some jobs, but that was a load of...
Policing a county of this size means having to be adaptable. You have to deal with a very different type of crime in the historic city of Lincoln than you do in the Stag-do Haven of Skegness. But for all its size and variety, 90% of Lincolnshire is countryside. Fields, fens and farmland. And that needs a policing style all of its own. Steely-faced man-mountain Jez Dodd has spent the last 30 years on the force as one of Lincolnshire's top wildlife officers. Today, he's on a stakeout.
Yeah, one of the local PCSOs at Sleaford had just gone to a report of 5 cows that are out on the road. But if they're in the road, it is one of the sort of main thoroughfares out of Sleaford, so you get quite a bit of traffic travelling at can be some high speeds down there.
A speeding car would make mincemeat of a cow, and the driver wouldn't necessarily get away without a grilling.
Obviously, if they go around the corner and there's a herd of cows, you know, disaster could occur if the car hits a cow at some speed. It's going to do, obviously, it's going to do a lot of damage to the car and also possibly to the driver and the cow itself.
The cows are on the run, but the PCSO is on the case.
Not even any footprints or hoof prints in there, so I can't see where they've come from. I can't see where they are either.
Yeah, it looks like one of the local PCSOs down there has had a quick look round but can't see anything.
Not known for their ability to hide, each of the escaped cows weighs the same as an F1 car. Jez thinks he's tracked down the AWOL bovine.
Yeah, PCSO, it's not secure, repeat, not secure. They're sort of heading in the general easterly direction towards Screddington itself.
Yeah, that's received.
He's found the four-legged fugitives. Dodd might be beefy, but cows aren't easy to manhandle, which leaves him with a dilemma.
You tell me. The plan is to try and keep them on here and not let them get onto the road. If they're on this now it looks like an old railway line, isn't it? If we can keep them on here, we're laughing.
Doddy decides to use one of the less conventional tools in the police arsenal. A paper sack.
It's all right, I'm not going to try and get them in a bag.
These cows are actually bullocks, young males potentially full of testosterone and much less predictable than a docile heifer.
There's one with horns. We'll keep them nice and calm, hopefully. I prefer them walking that way than walking towards me.
We've all been there. You turn your back for 1 second and suddenly you're surrounded by bullocks. They might be being friendly, but these 5 weigh more than Jez and his Land Rover put together. No, not the red carrier bag, Jez. You'll inflame them. But just when it looks like Doddy is milking it, along comes a farmer.
In other words, cavalry.
Hello, mate. We can try and push them back before they get too far. You'll have to move this back. We'll walk them down that road. They'll go down that road better.
Right.
But I tell you what's probably best.
If I go right in front and stop any traffic,
and then
stop them on the Mareham Lane as well.
If you stop them on the Mareham Lane,
The guys are going to use the quad bike to herd the bullocks cowboy style. Moving the cattle along a public road is a dangerous thing to do, but because they found the farmer, they won't need to resort to plan B.
No, it's all right. We've got in contact with the farmer. It was just regarding these cows, that if we couldn't get hold of the farmer, I was just seeing whether it would be worth getting a rifle team on standby. The alternative was, if we couldn't find a farmer, was if they did pose a danger to the public, namely got on a highway, then I'm afraid they'd have to be shot.
With the police escort, the cattle are hoofing it down the B roads at speeds approaching 15 miles an hour.
We're going to try and put them down there, which is where their field is. So as long as they keep them calm, they should be all right. Or rather, we should be all right. Go on, run!
All that's left now is to get them into the cowshed and under lock and key. It's a job well done for Doddy, but the last thing you want when you're dealing with cattle is a pat on the back.
Well done, mate. I've been to some jobs, but that was a load of...
Strap in, buckle up, and start your engines. Police Interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
Far too fast. It's ridiculous sort of speed.
High tech. And highly trained. With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve.
Go over here now!
This is Lincolnshire's Frontline Elite.
Look, when a plan comes together, just need a big cigar now.
Coming up,
he's heading toward the village of North Muscombe.
A late-night pursuit gets wet and wild.
Stand by, stand by.
Sergeant Johnny Moon clamps down on road crime.
What, you sat here texting? You're on your phone, pressing the keyboard.
Evening. And Rich pulls over a pair of slippery customers.
Lewis Hamilton will be quite happy with that on his tail.
Lincolnshire. Over 2,000 square miles of twisting country roads, coastal towns and bustling city centres. Policing an area as large and diverse as this means the Interceptors need an encyclopedic knowledge of the county's highways and byways. It's early evening and Sergeant Mark Carlin is blue lighting it north up the A1.
Just been a burglary. A red Vectra was made off, so we're going to make ground going up the A1. So if they boot it, they can travel very far quickly.
After 15 years on the force, Mark has caught more than his fair share of light-fingered felons, and he knows the roads of Lincoln like the back of his hand. So he's using his local knowledge to try and head off the suspected burglars.
I'm going on a hunch. I'll go as far up as I can. We're positioned in the right place. Hopefully it'll work.
But as the Sarge approaches his vantage point, he still doesn't even have the full registration of the car he's looking for.
A Delta Golf is the bit of index we have. There's not a lot to go on at the moment, I'm afraid. All we've got is it's two lads in their 20s, made off towards Grantham. We can sit here and we get everything that comes past.
The details may be sketchy, but there's no substitute for a keen eye.
It's just pure luck half the time. Hit you like, or excuse my French.
Incredibly, with only half a registration number to go on, the Sarge has managed to spot it amongst the fast-moving nighttime traffic.
This is it. I think I'm behind the vehicle. Stand by, and a maroon Vectra.
His hunch was bang on. Years of experience and an eagle eye have put him right on the suspected burglar's rear bumper. But the only problem is that the heavens have opened.
Didn't forecast this. We're now into sleep. Visibility is reduced.
If Mark were to whack on the blues now, he risks the suspect making a bolt for it and putting other motorists in danger. So for the time being, it's a waiting game.
It is a medium risk. I have not put a challenge in at this time.
An unmarked BMW 530 has joined the pursuit and is making its way in front of the target car.
I'm heading out towards Newark. Roger, putting one on. We're going to challenge now, stand by. Blue lights on, blue lights on. Get ready for him.
As the Interceptors sandwich the Vectra,
Get ready.
It looks like a textbook stop.
Yeah, stand by, he's making off, he's making us.
This is the last thing the Sarge wanted.
Vehicle is now towards the roundabout.
A high-speed pursuit in wet conditions like this could easily be a recipe for disaster. And this fella's already struggling to keep all four wheels on the road. Veering off the roundabout at high speed, the driver of the Vectra pulls off an incredibly dangerous overtake on a blind corner.
Risk is still medium due to the weather.
Braking distances in the wet are twice as long as in normal driving conditions.
He's gone right Main Street.
And when the pursuit enters a 30-mile-an-hour residential zone, the Sarge has to put safety first, which is more than can be said for the suspected burglar behind the wheel of the Vectra.
200 metres ahead of me. Now into the village of South Muscombe.
A Vauxhall Vectra is no match for the mighty BMW X5. But with safety the prime concern, Mark has to keep a tight rein on the 254 horses tucked under his bonnet.
Across the level crossing. Stand by, stand by.
And the Vectra is now disappearing into the distance.
I've lost eyeball of him at this time, stand by.
It's frustrating, but the risks of a high-speed pursuit were just too great.
What he's probably done is parked up, and once we've all flown away, he'll come back out and either head back towards Yorkshire, which is where the car's from, or if he's a local individual, he will park up. Fingers crossed he'll turn up and somebody else will get him.
An update on the burglary reveals the suspected thieves made off with a huge haul. Laptops, jewellery, and even a garden strimmer. With eyes in the sky and extra units called in on the ground, the Sarge's instincts proved to be right for the second time tonight, as less than half an hour later, the Vectra is found abandoned.
I recognise that car.
Unsurprisingly, the suspected thieves are nowhere to be seen.
The offenders have made off from here.
But a quick search soon turns up the stolen booty, which has been stashed in the bushes.
They've emptied out all the belongings that they've stolen, and they've just pushed it all into this grass. They put it all here in a view to come back and fetching it at a later date.
With the suspected thieves having made a poor attempt at hiding their hoard, the Interceptors quickly recover the stolen goods.
If we hadn't done what we did, if we weren't parked on the A1, that vehicle would have gone back to wherever, and the jewellery, belongings and personal effects would never be seen again. So, a good result, I think. Makes you feel a little bit better anyway.
But things got even better as the driver of the Vectra was tracked down and arrested. He pleaded guilty to taking the car without consent and 3 counts of burglary. Thanks to Mark's quick thinking, that's one burglar brought to book and over £1,000 worth of stolen goods returned to their owners. Still to come, a white-knuckle ride through Lincoln city centre in a death-defying pursuit. An unexpected request for John.
So you asked me if I give you your weed back. Wouldn't I not be supplying controlled drugs to you then?
And a driver with breath too toxic to handle.
Bloody hell. Have you had a big drink or not?
No, not massive.
Coming up, dangerous driving in a desperate bid to outrun the Interceptors.
There he is.
Caught red-handed.
Excuse me, chap. Yeah, run her down the high street.
Or just caught short.
What are you doing?
And Doug tackles a drink driver.
Turn the engine off.
What's the problem?
Driving at high speeds on country roads takes a lot of skill. To do it safely requires a shed load of training, immense concentration, and a finely tuned motor in tip-top shape. So when drink drivers and wrong-uns on the run take on the Interceptors, there's only ever one winner. It's early morning. The pubs and clubs have emptied and the Interceptors are patrolling in their unmarked BMW 530D on the outskirts of Lincoln city centre when a Toyota Supra flies past, in the opposite direction. But in the time it takes to swing the BMW round, the Supra has disappeared. Firing up the blues and twos, the Interceptor puts his foot down, accelerating to over 60 miles per hour in less than 6 seconds. But the Supra is no slouch. Travelling more than double the limit along the city's high street, it's a miracle that the fleeing driver hasn't hit anyone or anything. Apparently seeing sense, the driver of the Supra slams on the anchors and pulls over. But just as it looked as though the pursuit was over, he takes off again. Throwing a sharp right and driving on the wrong side of the road, this bloke is an accident waiting to happen. Treating the roads like a personal racetrack, the Lewis Hamilton wannabe behind the wheel of the Supra seems to think he's in the Monaco Grand Prix rather than the one-way system of Lincoln city centre. Still in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, the pursuit continues over Pelham Bridge, heading south out of the city. As the cars reach speeds over 3 times the speed limit, streetlights and buildings whiz past in a blur. A boy racing classic, on paper, the twin-turbo Supra is more than capable of going bumper to bumper with the BMW. But throw an Interceptor into the mix, and the odds are firmly stacked on the side of the law. Perhaps the driver of the Supra has taken some Dutch courage. Desperate to get away, the suspect pulls off a reckless overtake at 80 miles an hour. And as the pursuit moves onto pitch-black country roads, the stakes are even higher. But that isn't stopping this fella. Reaching speeds of almost 130 miles an hour on twisting country roads, the driver of the Supra is either drunk or just plain stupid. And while he might think he's faster than an Interceptor, in reality, he's just pushing his luck. And when that happens, it's only a matter of time before disaster strikes. And sure enough, there's the Supra in the ditch on the left-hand side of the road. After the driver lost control and stacked his pride and joy. Unsurprisingly, he was found to be almost twice the legal drink-drive limit and uninsured. He was jailed for a year and banned from driving for 18 months. If he'd given himself up when he pulled over the first time, he might have avoided a stay at Her Majesty's pleasure. Lincolnshire has over 5,500 miles of roads. But with 80% of those classified as minor, the temptation for drivers to bend the rules is all too high. When the sun goes down, the hunt continues for drink drivers. Tonight, dog handler Doug Coates is on patrol just outside Newark. A possible drink driver has been reported to the police by a worried member of the public. And now the man's Mercedes 4x4 has just been spotted by one of the county's ANPR cameras.
Mercedes just gone through. Anybody down at Beckingham?
I'm here now at Beckingham.
As luck would have it, the Mercedes is heading right into Doug's clutches. Any second now. Rather conveniently, Doug's in the right place at the right time.
Oh, I'm behind it. I'm behind it.
So he sticks on the blues. To give the driver of the Merc the good news. Just in case his suspect decides to try and drive off, Doug parks the dog van right across his bumper.
Turn the engine off. All right, mate. Why so nervous?
What's the problem?
No, you just seem to be a bit nervous.
Single-handedly taking on someone who may have been on the booze can be a risky business, so Doug isn't taking any chances.
I'll just put some cuffs on you, mate, just for a minute. Yeah, I just want to, just with your nervous behaviour, mate, I just, not...
Why was I nervous?
Well, you've pulled up a bit silly and then you've looked at me.
Well, this is where I live.
Pardon? Where do you live?
Just here, look.
Have you had a drink?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Have you had a big drink or not?
No, not massive.
No. Give you a breath test, OK. Have you had a drink within the last 20 minutes?
Yep.
You have? How long ago was it then you last had a drink, mate?
Well,
I've been to dinner with friends, so...
No, the last 20 minutes, that's what I'm saying.
I've probably not had one for 20 minutes.
You've not? So how many drinks do you think you've had?
I've probably had about 3 pints.
3 pints?
Over the limit.
With basic questions proving troublesome, bad parking and boozy breath, the signs aren't too good for this fella.
Have you ever done one of these before?
Checks on the driver and his vehicle have come back clear, although it turns out that the spirits on offer at his local aren't the only kinds of shot this chap's into.
He has got a current shotgun certificate licence of a...
You've got a shotgun, mate, have you?
Not going to affect that, is it?
It's not for me to say, mate, I don't know. I mean, we aren't even breathalyzed yet.
Although if he fails this breath test, it could send his shooting days up in a puff of smoke.
I'll hold on to it. What you need to do is big deep breath and seal your lips around the tube and continue to blow until I say stop.
Say stop.
Yeah?
Cool.
Blow, 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 blow. You've got to blow, mate. Blow, 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 blow. Thank you. That's 68, mate, so you're over, so that's that. The legal limit's 35, mate.
Never mind one for the road. This bloke's had a skinful.
I'm going to have to arrest you on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit.
And were it not for the anonymous tip-off and the county's ANPR cameras, he might have got away with it. You're at least 30 times more likely to cause an accident if you drive at twice the legal alcohol limit. The driver of the Mercedes was allowed to keep his firearms licence. But he wasn't so fortunate when it came to his driving licence, as he was disqualified for 17 months and fined £235. It's early evening, and fellow dog handler John Peacock is gearing up for the night shift. Although it isn't just the cars that the Interceptors keep in tip-top shape.
We're going to patrol the Lincoln city centre. We're going to have a look around, see if there's anything going on around Lincoln where it may be a little bit busier earlier on in the evening, and then move out to the villages as it gets later.
John's been on the front line in the fight against Lincoln's worst for over 20 years and has cuffed more criminals than you can shake a stick at. Kitted up for an evening of crime busting, John kicks off his shift with a patrol of the streets of Lincoln city centre. Always on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary, he spotted someone lurking in an alleyway.
There is no reason why somebody would be going round the back of the house.
As the fella disappears into the shadows, John swings his Skoda round and gives it a bootful.
Damn, I think he's just got. I think that's him. I think he's just come out. I will. There he is. Excuse me, chap.
John's hunch may have been right, as no sooner than he's out of the car, the suspect has it away on his toes.
Yeah, run her down the high street.
But like his motor, John's body is a finely tuned machine, and the suspect's escape is short-lived.
Come here. What are you doing?
I just...
Come to the side here.
This guy reckons he was caught short.
In fact, show me where your puddle is, then.
But never one to take a suspect's word for it. In this case, there's an easy way for John to see whether he's telling the truth.
I'm going to town and, I just want to...
OK, so why did you run?
You stress me,
When I get out and I'm looking like this, I think you can...
Can you call? People looking at me and, I'm going because, maybe some security from that building, and,
right.
And I'm going.
And running.
Urinating in the streets is an offence under the Public Order Act. And if prosecuted, this lad could be looking at a massive £1,000 fine.
Because you've been round the back into a car park, I've heard and I've seen what you've done here. I am going to search you still.
This chap's story seems plausible enough, but it isn't just the puddle of pee that's got John's nose for crime twitching.
I don't want to be standing, so let's just stand to one side here. OK. Have you got anything on you that you shouldn't have?
No.
No. OK. No sharps, nothing like that? No. OK. Just have a look in your wallet and then you can have this back.
The chances are that this fella ran because he had something to hide. And if that's the case, then you can bet your boots that John will find it.
Okay. You're not under arrest, but that is a controlled drug, okay? That is cannabis, I take it, is it? Yeah.
This is just my for smoke.
No worries. You won't be arrested.
Yeah.
This time, this is confiscated and you will be given a form, basically, to say this is a warning, okay?
All right.
Don't get caught with it again or you will be arrested. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Satisfied that this fella isn't a big-time burglar, but rather a small-bladdered pothead, John will give him a street caution.
Who does the substance belong to?
Say again?
Who does it belong to? Whose is that?
Although that's easier said than done when you're dealing with someone who appears to be dazed and confused.
Who owns the cannabis?
I'm buying.
No. Who? So it's yours. Whose cannabis is it?
It's mine, yeah.
It's yours. Mine. That's fine. What did you intend to do with it? What did you intend to do with it? Were you gonna eat it, smoke it?
I just smoke it.
There we go. There you go. They're not hard questions. Don't think I'm trying to trick you up. On the form, you answer it. Smoke it. There we go. Is there anything else you would like to say in relation to this matter?
That's it.
That's it.
But there is one last question.
Police give me back my weed or not? Never more.
You're having a laugh, are you?
I just question, you know.
So,
because I don't know.
So you asked me if I give you your weed back. Wouldn't I not be supplying controlled drugs to you then? I'd be giving you controlled drugs. The aim of the police is to take controlled drugs off of the street, not to...
But it's just my first
No. The answer to your question is no, the police do not give you your drugs back.
So, having weed, and had his weed confiscated, this chap is sent on his way.
OK, safe journey. No more. OK, yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
All the best. See you later.
Still to come, Rich has to act fast.
Get in.
To catch his man, Johnny deals with a driver in denial.
You did, didn't you? Yeah, well, you look like that to your ear, because I saw you.
And Dan deals with a greedy driver.
Hogging 2 lanes. It's got a brake light out as well.
Coming up, Jason ditches the X5.
I'll have a covert recce. I'm just going to cam up as we speak.
As he goes undercover. And a wake-up call.
So you're using a mobile phone while driving a car?
For a dangerous driver.
We can go to court and argue it, and you'd say, well, I wasn't doing it. I say, well, you were.
Many of the Interceptors' leads come from a network of ANPR cameras that cover Lincolnshire. Linked to the National Police database, the cameras highlight any intelligence on the vehicle. So if you're up to no good, then you will be spotted. Tonight, Rich Precious is one up on patrol in the unmarked Skoda Octavia VRS. Word has come through that a car belonging to a known offender may be passing through the area.
There's been activation of the ANPR camera, a vehicle that's involved in high-value shop thefts, purchases some small items, sandwiches, packets of crisps, bottle of water, that kind of thing. And the male that owns the vehicle has a fairly complex way of stealing computer games.
The car is a Ford Focus, and although it's unclear who's driving, it never hurts for the Interceptors to pull over vehicles that are known to be used for crime. So Rich is lying in wait.
Well, there's nothing to suggest that they've been involved in anything tonight. It's definitely well worth a stop if we see it. This is his most likely route back home. Turn the lights off and we'll wait for him. Hopefully.
When he isn't driving high-performance motors on the job, Rich can be found behind the wheel of his Reliant Robin. And it's all right, he's no Delboy really.
It's one of the bits about the job I enjoy, is the unpredictability of it really.
But after waiting and watching, the Focus is nowhere to be seen.
Just being patient, I suppose, and the waiting game to see if it comes past.
Because there are a number of routes that the Focus could take, Sergeant Jason Baxter, who is also on patrol tonight, is checking out the address that the Focus is registered to, just in case Rich misses it.
Drive down there, see if the vehicle's there. If it is, then brilliant. We'll see if it moves off, and if it does, we'll see if we can get it stopped and have a search, because there's plenty of intelligence that it's involved up to no good.
It's just as well the Sarge is backing Rich up, because with no sign of the Focus, he's gone after a dodgy-looking motor.
So red car's just gone past us, it's loud exhaust, and we had a light out as well, so just an older vehicle travelling around the road at this time of night.
A faulty headlight isn't the crime of the century, but with the driver pulled over, it would be rude of Rich to let him go without treating him to a full set of checks. As the results come through, it's not good news.
His insurance held, but unfortunately he does not have an MOT.
Rich's sixth sense for sloppy motor maintenance has come up trumps. Driving without an MOT can carry a maximum fine of £1,000.
Won't keep you too long, sir.
With no MOT, Rich is checking that the car's roadworthy by going over it with a fine-tooth comb.
Ashton Force, thank you.
The driver is being given a traffic offence report, but as Rich is filling out the paperwork, the Ford Focus he's been waiting for finally comes into view. In a split-second decision,
get in.
Rich opts to go after the Focus. With no ticket issued,
get it done as soon as you can.
It's the MG driver's lucky day. Rich now needs to catch the Focus, but he's worried he might have been spotted.
I might have spooked him a little bit, because obviously I was out doing the motorist thing and had my fluorescent jacket on, so I stood out even though I'm in a plain car.
Fortunately, the Sarge is just around the corner from the home address, so he carries out a quick drive-by.
I've spotted the car. It's just up there, actually.
With the car stopped, it's crucial the Interceptors aren't seen. Although the last thing you want to be in when you're keeping a low profile is a fluorescent Chelsea tractor.
I'll park round the bend a distance off and I'll have a covert recce. I'm just going to cam up as we speak.
Before becoming an interceptor, Jason was in the army. So when it comes to covert surveillance, he's the perfect man for the job.
Try and blend in a little bit more.
Decked out in black from head to toe and looking like the milk tray man, Jason's mission is to see whether there are any computer games in the car. But there's a problem.
A couple of people sat in the front room watching TV. If we go any close to the car, start looking around it with a torch, you'll know we're onto it. I'm probably going to blow us out of the water, so we'll get Rich down here in a plain car.
With Rich now on scene, it's time to hatch a plan of attack.
Seems like he's been out with his friends for the night.
Yeah.
But if he moves within the next hour, I'll stop it and give it a check. But like you say, he could be here all night, couldn't he?
Yeah. So hopefully it'll move and you'll get a little tickle out of it.
Oh, we'll see. Let's hope so.
See you later.
The plan is for Rich to sit tight and see whether anyone uses the car. So once again, it's a waiting game.
And wait to see if it moves.
And just minutes later, his perseverance pays off.
Vehicle's starting, hang on. It's moving off, somewhat. Evening.
Evening.
What's your name, sir? Okay, just give me your car key for a minute, please. Is there anything in this vehicle that I'm going to find suspicious when I search it?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
This car is believed to have been used in a series of thefts, which involved buying sandwiches and other small items, whilst stealing expensive computer games.
Items you would get from a supermarket, like packets of biscuits, butter, a donut, some milk, a loaf of bread. You eat a lot of sandwiches, don't you?
And although there's enough snacks and sarnies in here to feed a small army, there isn't a computer game in sight.
Jelly tots, it's like a generation game, isn't it?
But it isn't all fun and games.
Are these needles all capped in here?
There's none in there uncapped that I know of.
So you're telling me there might be some uncapped syringes in here?
Lids could come off them, couldn't they?
There's no evidence that the car has been used for anything dodgy. But tonight has highlighted that the Interceptors are aware of the vehicle and what it's been used for in the past.
Sadly, what we were looking for, it wasn't there.
Although Rich's examination of the motor has uncovered something incredibly dangerous.
OK, mate, turn the engine off.
A tyre so bald, it's as smooth as glass.
I'm no expert, but it's a bit smooth, isn't it?
I'm thinking perhaps Lewis Hamilton will be quite happy with that on his tyre in the first Grand Prix match, I think we're going to have to give you a VDRS for that, buddy.
Following up on intelligence doesn't always lead to an arrest.
Gives them 14 days to rectify the fault.
But this time it could well have prevented an accident waiting to happen.
Get it fixed up.
Yep.
All right. Have a safe night. I'm sure we'll see you again.
Bald tyres and poorly maintained motors can result in disastrous consequences. But they aren't the only things that can cause accidents. A loss of concentration behind the wheel for just a split second can be the difference between life and death. Road safety is a top priority for the Interceptors, and today dog handler Sergeant Johnny Moon is keeping a watchful eye on the A15.
We do have an annual campaign to enforce road safety. In Lincolnshire it's called Operation Blackwater, and we're going to go do some traffic checks. If they bring up offences of people drink driving, or seat belts or anything, that we'll deal with that as we find it.
Parked up in a fluorescent dog van, Johnny isn't exactly what you'd call camouflaged. But if you're guessing on the phone, even a big yellow police car by the side of the road is easy to miss. And Johnny spotted a driver doing just that.
Lucky state car, 3 cars in front of me. Guy had a mobile phone to his left ear as he passed me there, so we'll stop him and see what he's got to say for himself.
You're 4 times more likely to crash if you use a mobile phone whilst driving. And it's a crime that the Lincoln Interceptors want to stamp out. So this fella's about to get cut off.
Seeing me?
The mobile-wielding motorist might have seen him now, but as far as Johnny's concerned, it's just too late.
Hello, sir. You know I stopped you? When you came past me on the A15, you had your phone to your left ear, didn't you? You did, didn't you?
I was actually on me. I was trying to get me sat-nav on me.
The Sarge knows what he saw, but this driver's claiming he was actually using the sat-nav function on his phone.
Yeah, well, you look like that to your ear because I saw you.
The Sarge isn't buying it, but even if he did, it's still a distraction.
You know it's an offence to drive while you're using a mobile phone. So we're going to deal with it by the way of a ticket. OK, have you got any points in your licence?
Yeah.
How many?
3.
You got 3, OK.
With 3 points already on his licence and the possibility of another 3 and a fine on its way, this could prove to be a costly call for the driver. Paperwork done and dusted, the driver is sent on his way with a few words of wisdom from the Sarge.
Don't use a mobile phone while driving. It's one of the main factors of people getting killed. You're distracted. You never saw me parked up at the side of the road, I take it. Well, that says it all, really, doesn't it? Big shiny car like that. All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The details of the driver's offence will be sent off to the central ticketing office where they will decide how to deal with him. So he could be looking at a £100 fine and another 3 points on his licence. It's not just at high speeds that using a phone at the wheel can be lethal. As the Sarge heads back into Lincoln Town Centre, the traffic might be slower, but there's no shortage of motorists on their mobiles.
We'll have another one. He's sat here texting. This is what I mean about paying no notice. He's got a police car next to him. He's got a mobile phone in his hand.
Many drivers don't realise that even if you're not moving, It's still illegal to use a mobile phone behind the wheel. Although this chap is about to get a crash course in road safety.
Turn the engine off, please, sir. Join me in the pavement. Why have I stopped you? You're not sure? Were you not aware I was parked at the side of you when I was at the traffic lights up there?
I was.
Yeah? And what were you doing?
I checked the time on my phone.
You were on your phone, pressing the keyboard?
Yeah, just check the time to see what climb I had next.
Yeah, so you're using a mobile phone while driving a car?
That's because I'd stopped at a light.
You're still using a mobile phone, yeah?
Okay.
And so it is an offence to do so? Okay.
I didn't realise that it was an offence while I'd stopped at a light. I do apologise.
It is an offence because you're still driving, you're still in control of the cars.
Well, like I said,
okay. So that is that you're going to be reported for that offence of using a mobile phone while driving. Okay. Take a seat in there and we will be 5 minutes.
Caught red-handed, the driver has no excuse. And as it turns out, he should know better.
I've just got through the application phase on my police application.
Have you?
Yeah. Does this affect?
The application's in now, is it?
Written application's just been accepted.
I can't really comment on that. It's not a criminal offence or anything like that.
If this lad's harbouring any ambitions of becoming an interceptor himself, then he'll need to brush up on his highway code. In the meantime, the Sarge treats him to some on-the-job training by explaining the possible consequences of using his mobile.
One can be a fixed penalty fine, which is, for this offence, is 3 points in your licence and £100. Another option they could give you is we can go to court and argue it, and you say, well, I wasn't doing it. I say, well, you were. I don't think, that's another option. And thirdly, we have an awareness seminar, a road safety seminar, which you can go to, which means you pay a fee and you don't get points in your licence. But say, they're the options. It's not up to me. Yeah. I don't decide what you get. I just report you for the offence, OK? I won't detain you any longer. I know you've got to go. All right.
Cheers.
Just keep off that phone.
Lesson over. The wannabe cop is free to go.
He's just applied for Lincolnshire Police. So, if he does get in, he's asked me, will it affect him? I don't know the answer to that, You'll have to declare it at some stage, no doubt. But, he seemed an honest lad, and he didn't argue it. And so I said to him, maybe the next time I see him, it'll be in the parade room at Lincoln Police Station. He just called him Sarge.
But of course, this is no laughing matter. And whatever the outcome with the lad's ticket, today has been a lesson that he's unlikely to forget. Still to come, Dan is faced with a late-night dilemma.
Number insurance, police number insurance.
I can't phone them at 2 in the morning on a Sunday, can I?
In Lincolnshire, there are 4 road crimes that the Interceptors are always looking to clamp down on. Speeding, drink driving, using a mobile phone handset behind the wheel, and not wearing a seatbelt. Today, Rich Precious is sat up on the A46, which is one of the worst roads in the county for speeders.
It's a red route, a high casualty route, and therefore, we patrol it.
The Interceptors have a high-tech piece of kit called the Speed Ace, which enables Rich to clock speeders long before they've clocked him.
You've got like a red dot sight, so you would aim that at a particular vehicle. So on a dual carriageway it works particularly well because you could have 2-3 cars coming towards you. You can pick up the car in the outside lane, so it's very specific.
The Speed Ace is so sensitive that Rich instantly knows when drivers have seen him.
They'll jump from 73 down to 65 and you see the nose of the car going down quite quickly.
But almost 1,000 feet up the road, there's one motorist who hasn't seen Rich.
Just that red Skoda that's just gone past. Doing 88, just pull him in at this next roundabout.
As it turns out, Rich knows all too well just how quick the car that he zapped is.
Nice Skoda VRS.
Part of the Interceptors fleet, the Octavia VRS is capable of 149 miles an hour, although this driver's been caught at a more modest 88.
Morning, sir. This device is extremely accurate, and it showed me that when you were 295.29 metres away from me, the speed recorded at was 88 miles per hour.
With technology like this, there's nothing to argue about. And so, with no complaints from the driver, Rich cracks on with the paperwork.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. There's your driving licence, okay? Ask you for a signature, please, at the bottom, just there.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm pretty late, so...
No problem, you're just a little bit later now. Better late than never, though, eh?
Yeah.
This chap might have been running late, but the message from the Interceptors is clear. Speed is one of the biggest killers on the UK's roads. And as Rich says, better to arrive late than not at all. It's 2 a.m. and Dan Brigginshaw is patrolling the streets of Boston in the unmarked Audi A3. With all the tech on board, sometimes intuition is the only kit the cops need.
Just a car that's wandering a bit over the road. It's just been hogging 2 lanes. It's got a brake light out as well, so we're going to stop it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And a U-turn at a no U-turn junction.
After that illegal U-turn at the lights, this driver's destined for a chat with Dan.
Now then, mate.
Hi.
What kind of driving do you call that then?
Yeah, sorry.
No U-turn? When you did a U-turn?
Yes, sorry. Because my friends talking to me.
Well, you're still not allowed to do it though, are you?
Yeah.
Just because your friends are talking to you. So you got your driving licence, your insurance and your registration document?
Dan needs to check all of the driver's details. But as this fella and his car are Polish, could be easier said than done.
So just the registration document. Where's your insurance document? This is a photocopy.
Yeah, this copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the real one?
Yeah, this is insurance.
Copy?
Yeah.
Where's the original? The proper one?
I'm not original Poland.
You need the original
Warta.
from Poland. Someone could have written that on Microsoft Word. Could have been anything, couldn't it?
Okay, no problem. This is number insurance, police number insurance. If you problem, this you.
All right, I'll phone them at 2 in the morning on a Sunday morning, shall I?
I don't know. This is good.
I know that's an insurance number.
Yeah, this number insurance.
But I can't phone them at 2 in the morning on a Sunday, can I?
Dan's decided to give this guy the benefit of the doubt with regards to his insurance. But he's not getting away without a ticket for making the dodgy U-turn.
It's a £50 fine. It means now would be the time to tell me a great reason for going round it. No? I'll get an interpreter on the phone for you.
It's important that this driver understands exactly what he's done wrong. And with Dan's Polish limited to just hand gestures, it's time to call on another part of the Interceptors' arsenal: interpreters.
And if you can tell him that he's being reported for the offence of contravening a no U-turn sign.
And unlike his insurance company, they're available on the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Drive safe.
So with the driver clear on the offence he's committed, Dan sends him on his way with a £50 ticket for his troubles.
OK, interpreter, thanks very much indeed. Ta-da, bye.
Strap in. Buckle up. And start your engines. Police Interceptors. The front line in the war on crime. High speed.
140 miles an hour.
High tech. And highly trained.
Canto, come! Come on, Cat, where is he?
With performance cars on the roads, eyes in the sky, and 4 legs in reserve. This is Lincolnshire's elite as they clamp down on crime. Coming up, smashes and gashes after a night out in Lincoln turned sour.
I'll be honest with you now, the only window I'll put through is my own.
Dodgy driving on top gear.
His pupils are absolutely tiny.
And high-speed pursuits on the streets of Lincoln.
Vehicle is through red traffic lights, and he's right. The vehicle is the wrong side of the road at this time.
The Interceptors are a highly skilled team of officers who cover a whole range of expertise, including the Operational Support Unit. Known as the OSU, these guys are the drugs raid specialists. One of the Interceptors' top jobs is to take dealers off the streets. And today they have good intel suggesting drugs are being sold from a flat. The unit are on their way, led by Sean Brennan, a former Royal Marine and no-nonsense action man. At the front of the raid is an officer kitted out with a body-mounted camera, giving an Interceptor's eye view of the action. The team know that many potential drug dealers take home security to extreme levels, so they have no idea what might be waiting for them on the other side of this door. Officer Stephen Taylor leads a team around the back in case anyone tries to do a runner. While the Interceptors are more than happy to let themselves in, sometimes it's worth trying a quick knock to save having to make a mess.
Hello, mate. How are we doing? We're just trying to get into one of the properties.
Hi, Kevin. Upstairs or downstairs?
You, fat
Oh.
Right, so, yeah, done it.
Okay.
Yeah, please, mate. Just have a quick chat with you. Not dogs or anything like that, are there?
That was easy.
No.
They must have woken this man up as he looks a bit dazed. Either that or he hangs around in a dressing gown all day like a slovenly Hugh Hefner.
We've got a warrant to search this property under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act. All right, some intel's come in.
With the flat secured, the officers at the rear can stand down and help with the search.
Yep, we're in.
Although back inside, Sean Brennan's got his hands on a huge axe, suggesting someone could mean business.
That's the last thing you want to see when you go through a door, especially if it was in his hands. As it was, the guy's in bed, he's not dressed, so we're getting him dressed and we'll bring him out so we can put a police dog through his flat to search for drugs. We already know there's some there, we can see it on the side, so it's going to be a positive warrant one way or another.
Sometimes it can take hours to find any evidence of drugs in a flat, but here there's stuff all over the coffee table.
Is there anything on you at the moment?
No.
Is there anything in the property? Don't touch anything, just tell me.
Yeah, look, nothing's cocaine in there, and a bit of weed.
Cocaine and a bit of weed. Right, what I'll ask you to do...
The suspects admitted there's drugs in the property, but what the team want to know is how much and where.
Where's the stuff that you're talking about?
Just point to it.
Don't touch it, just point to it.
Although at the moment, this fella has something else on his mind.
I'm not looking for a way.
Well, we'll go down with you.
Please,
right.
I've got no clothes on. I'm looking for a way, please.
Where's the loo?
It might seem weird to follow him to the toilet, but suspects have been known to use trips to the bathroom to dispose of evidence. So they can't just wait outside, but have to actually watch him pee. It's a glamorous job being an interceptor. But this is no laughing matter. After our desperate man has relieved himself, he's escorted back into the lounge for more questioning.
When was the last time you used some Antwerp?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock this morning.
Some drugs have been found, but now the sniffer dog arrives to find out if there's any more.
At the moment, we've just got the police search dog in there doing its thing. It's quite a small flat, and we don't want to crowd it out, so we've come out to let him do his job, really.
The dog's already found stuff in your bedroom. Is there anything else in the bedroom? Well, I'm guessing it's either cocaine or heroin.
You remember heroin? No.
Well, the cocaine then.
Cocaine then? Yeah.
She's a good girl. 14 wraps of cocaine so far.
Very nice. All together.
The dog sniffed out something in an old trainer, and it's not the whiff of cheesy feet.
Well, they're big lumps as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
With 14 wraps of cocaine found in the bedroom already, the team think they've more than enough evidence to arrest the man on suspicion of drug dealing.
But at this moment in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of possession with intent to supply Class A drugs.
He's whisked off to the cells as the team continues their search of the flat. And when these boys search a property, every possible hiding place is given the once-over, including the fridge freezer. There's nothing tucked behind the fish fingers, but they do find a cool £1,000 stashed around the place. Today has been quite a haul, because in addition to the wraps of what looks like cocaine sniffed out by the dog, they found a quantity of other suspicious pills and powders. And Stephen has found some other interesting items in the flat.
Just on the coffee table in front of us, we've just found a Samsung mobile phone which is constantly going on. Next to that, in one of the drawers, was just a small wrap. It looks like a cake wrap, a cake tin wrap of white powder. Next to that, we've got a substantial amount of what smells like amphetamine, because it's got a very distinctive smell. And then we just got various tools and spoons here that have just been used for cutting and getting it ready.
They've also found a notepad with what the police think could be a list of names and drugs sold.
Well, we've got a list over there on the end.
With everything bagged up and ready to go, the team moves out. The suspect was taken to the station for questioning, and the police investigation into the case continues. Coming up, an enforced display of roadside ballet. Brian Conville finds a dangerous weapon.
What is that?
And a hairy situation for Rich Precious.
At one point, going for a taser because I wasn't aware as to what he might have on him.
Coming up, top quality detective work from Peacock.
Somebody has been smashing up cars with no top on, i.e., it's going to be you, chap.
The search for a wanted man goes cutting edge.
We're using the blue check device to see which one he is.
And a local man suffers from a strange case of amnesia.
He smashed the window.
What window?
This is Grantham, where Margaret Thatcher first developed her no-nonsense attitude to politics. Today, it's Jim Woollerton who's patrolling these streets with a no-nonsense attitude to crime. Jim's an interceptor with over a decade's experience. He's an advanced driver whose favourite sport is F1 and his favourite show is Top Gear. It's fair to say he's got an eye for the motors. So when a car changes direction in front of him, it catches his attention. The driver pulls out heading right, but when he sees the police, he quickly changes his mind and heads left. It's a red flag for Jim, who now wants to know why the bloke is so shy.
ID? You haven't got any ID at all?
Opening the car door, Jim is greeted with a can of special brew and the heady whiff of weed.
If he finds any, we'll arrest you.
Sign that, don't you?
Okay. If you want to hand it over, I might consider not arresting you.
If it is handed over, and as long as it's a first offence, a small amount of cannabis is usually dealt with by a warning. But if the police have to search to find it, you may not be dealt with so leniently.
Are we going to find cannabis when we search it?
I think, yeah.
We are going to find some. Right. Whose is it?
His.
Right. Not yours?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
These guys may be driving a 13-year-old Renault Laguna, but they still think they're on top gear. The two passengers admit that the drugs are theirs and accept a street caution in exchange for confiscation.
Right, first things first, I'm going to search you.
But while the drugs may not be the driver's, the cops still need to check that he isn't under the influence and that he hasn't been drinking the special brew.
Your driving's appalling. Take a deep breath and blow until I say stop. Please stop.
The driver passes the breathalyzer, but he admits to taking a legal high. While there's no law against taking these drugs, you need to ensure that you're still fit to drive.
His pupils are absolutely tiny. He's admitted taking some sort of legal high. My colleague's going to perform a field impairment test to see how his coordination is and see whether we've got any evidence of him being unfit to drive.
The field impairment test involves a number of physical challenges, from standing on one leg with your eyes closed to walking in a straight line. It's like it's a knockout, but with more at stake.
Count each step out loud. Once you've started walking, do not stop until you've completed the test.
It's an offence to drive while unfit through drugs, and the law doesn't differentiate between legal and illegal drugs. If you fail the test, you're arrested and taken to the station. If you pass, you get to go. Either way, you spend 10 minutes looking stupid on the side of the road.
Passed?
Yeah.
I gathered he wasn't wearing any bracelets.
Our man has passed the test, but there's another problem. One of the passenger's details has triggered 2 possible matches on the police database, and one of them is wanted for a serious crime. Jim uses his mobile fingerprint scanner to check if this is, or isn't, the wanted man.
So basically, we're using the blue check device to see which one he is. There are 2 persons on PNC with that name and the same date of birth.
This is cutting-edge kit. It checks the man's prints against the Police National Computer, or PNC. If he's wanted, registered missing, or even an illegal immigrant, details will pop up.
Yeah, see, thank you. Yeah, Paul's just confirmed that the PNC ID number we've got is not the wanted male. It's the guy from Newark who he purports to be. So, nice device to be able to use in those circumstances.
The passenger is clean and the driver's safe to go. So why were they so keen to avoid the police?
The friend's insured it. Right, you're not on the insurance for that car. So you know you're driving a vehicle on the road with no insurance. Lovely. Can we register cat recovery for it then, please? Allocation.
The man admits that this is a friend's car that he's driving without insurance. But no insurance means the car gets towed.
The driver's not insured to drive that vehicle, so he's going to lose his car. They've lost their weed. They've got a long walk back to Newark.
That's almost 20 miles. So the lads cheekily ask for a lift.
No. No. Only one seat to start with. No, we're not a taxi, we're police.
After all this fuss, they must be dreaming if they think the police are going to ferry them home. And the friend who owns the car will quickly need to prove that he's insured and then pay to get it back.
If he doesn't do that, then the vehicle will be sold, but most likely scrapped within, well, once the 14 days is expired.
The lads begin their long walk home. This should give the driver time to practice what he'll tell his mate about losing his car. While the Interceptors deal with people without insurance on an almost daily basis, there are some things they come across that are much more unusual. It's coming to the end of a chilly Saturday night shift, and PC John Peacock is on his way to a report of a man smashing up a car. In his 20 years policing, dog handler John has seen a lot of weird things, so he's less than surprised when he comes across a half-naked man covered in blood.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
No.
No.
You're covered in blood, chap.
Yeah?
Tell you what I'm going to do.
Experience tells him that a topless man in the middle of winter could be unpredictable, so the cuffs go on just in case of trouble.
There's a male I've got in cuffs.
Quite a bit of blood, actually. In fact, I need an ambulance.
Look, if you let me go...
The man is starting to ramble. And with this much blood, John needs to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Right, I've also got... Listen to me.
I'm listening.
You're gobbing off.
No,
Listen to me.
I'm not gobbing off.
You're talking now when you should be listening. Listen. Somebody has been smashing up cars with no top on in this area, i.e., it's going to be you, chap. So hence you're in cuffs at this present time. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
okay.
I understand.
And if you have been causing damage and smashing up cars on the way down there, you're going to be arrested on suspicion of criminal damage.
I'll be honest with you now,
yeah.
The only window I'll put through is my own.
The car he'd smashed up after an argument with his girlfriend did turn out to be his own. But he's come out on the wrong side of his altercation with the motor.
Right, can you see that? That has opened up into an extremely big gash. Can you see that? I can actually see stuff inside of it. There is no way I'm going to let you go anywhere without being treated by this ambulance that's just arrived.
Smashing up your own car is one of the stranger things that John's seen. But his time in the Interceptors tells him that when folk have had a drink, there's no telling what they might do. Now a report comes in of a man who's kicked over a fence and is damaging a car parked on a drive. John rushes to the scene.
Apparently he's now throwing things at a car.
I'll be there in 5 seconds. Show me on scene. Hello, chap. What have you done? You smashed the window.
What window?
On the car.
No, you haven't.
Okay, come here. Give me your hands. I am going to arrest you on suspicion of criminal damage.
Can you just watch my ankle?
Yeah,
please?
yeah, of course. I'm not
just...
touching you, ankle. Come on, I'll lift you up. You ready? Come on, chap. Up you get.
The man may well have hurt his ankle, but John's not convinced that he isn't trying to get away with a visit to the hospital, rather than a trip down the station.
What's up with your ankle?
Because it's probably broken.
Why?
Listen, he's just been walking.
Come on, chap. Don't mess me about. Don't mess me about. Come on. I'm not going to... There you go, chap. Right. Where can we sit you down? If you want to sit... Here, up against that tree. Can you see... You've just been walking, the lady says, so why are you...
She'll tell you anything, mate.
Go on then. Well, sit down there with you.
Can I just sit here?
On the back. Yeah, yeah. Go on, I'll hold you. I'll lower you down. Go on. What's your name then? We'll start with that, and then we'll get to your ankle and we'll make sure that you're all right. How about that? Your name is?
Not known.
Chap.
I've just told you my ankle. I cannot walk.
Well, I'm not asking you to walk. You sat on the floor.
Yeah. Why you sat me down then?
Because you told me your ankle's sore.
Yeah.
So I've sat you down.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I'm helping you, aren't I?
No, you're helping me.
Well, what do you want me to do? Rub it better? I can't do anything for your ankle.
It's a charming offer, but it'd be better for everyone if medical professionals looked at that ankle, so John can get on with what he does best.
I can get you some medical help if you want.
Ask me questions.
Right then, your name. Right, that's it. That's good. Right, okay, we're getting somewhere, aren't we?
Get out of my life.
Yeah.
Forever.
Must be double-barrelled, I suppose.
As soon as I get to the police station,
Yeah.
I want some attention.
You want some attention?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you start speaking properly, and I can take your details and we can get you an ambulance here. That's what, if you're listening to me.
Yeah.
Do you want an ambulance?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Right, what's your name then? Right, okay.
At least he's consistent. But the longer the suspect messes around, the longer it'll take him to get to hospital. So John decides it's time to speed things up.
Who does the car belong to? It's her car, right. It's got his blood on it as well. So, can you see the... And he's got a cut to his hands.
On closer inspection, the suspect's hands are cut, and there's blood on the broken windscreen of the car he claims to know nothing about. It's not looking good for our suspect. But back in the station, Hop-Along Smashity is still complaining about his ankle.
I think I've gone over.
Alright, it's an
I can't
injury.
walk on it.
Cancel the job.
90.
Yeah.
Cancel it.
Yeah, you have to go to hospital, mate.
Suspected broken ankle or leg. We haven't actually got to the bottom of it. It's part of the investigation, but I believe he's been kicked and stuff.
So the suspect gets the attention he wanted and a lift to hospital.
He's been taken away to Lincoln LCH. Because he was drunk, he will have to sober up. And in the morning at some point he will be interviewed for reference to the offences of criminal damage.
After being examined in hospital and an uncomfortable night in the cells, the man was allowed to go on his way. The CPS later decided there was not enough evidence of criminal damage and no charges were brought. Coming up, high speed and high danger on the streets of Lincoln.
Subject is lane 2, closing up.
An eviction goes bad.
Well, I'm asking you to stand away from the door, otherwise you're going to get squidged, aren't you? Well, yeah, I'll get squidged back.
And Brian Conville makes a new friend.
You look like a chief constable.
A chief constable?
And very nice you are too, sir.
Coming up, when the chopper is up, suspects are taken down. Police training
Lane 2, box.
gets very real. And a music-loving speeder is left with the blues.
It's not a good excuse, but he's got a saxophone lesson.
This is Sergeant Mark Carlin. If it's got wheels, this man can drive it. He's a pursuit instructor with advanced car and bike qualifications. And his favourite film is Top Gun, which could explain why he's hanging around this runway.
Lane 2, lane 1, over to the hard shoulder.
RAF Scampton was the home to the Dambusters and is still the base the Red Arrows call home. But today it's being used by Carlin to give some interceptors a refresher course in the latest techniques in stopping fleeing vehicles.
40, hard shoulder.
Called Tactical Pursuit and Containment, or TPAC, it's a way of safely boxing in and then stopping suspect vehicles.
Lane 3, the hard shoulder.
It's all very well learning these tricks on an airfield, but the interceptors need to be able to use them in real-life situations. Despite what Hollywood might have you believe, very few car pursuits end on an empty runway.
The guys are now going to prove their competence and take it out onto the live road.
This is as real as training gets. Real roads, real pedestrians, and real members of the public who have no idea that this is an exercise. But it's vital for the interceptors that they train like this, so it's safer when they need to do it for real. It starts like this. A car is stopped on a country lane, but when the officer gets out to take its details, it takes off at speed.
Yeah, vehicle standing stop.
At the wheel of the stolen car is a fully trained advanced driving instructor. And he's pulling no punches when it comes to acting like a desperate crim.
Speed is 90, approximately 80 metres behind subject vehicle, at 70 miles an hour, high risk due to pedestrians and the speed of subject vehicle.
While this seems dangerous, these are all highly trained officers used to driving at speed.
Third exit, 40 miles an hour, subject is forcing other vehicles out of the way. We are approaching a red traffic signals now, stand by. Vehicle is through red traffic lights, and is right. Vehicle is the wrong side of the road at this time, approaching the bollards. Left, first exit onto the A46 dual carriageway. We're working our way through the traffic, blockers stand by. Blockers move up. We are 40 miles an hour. Move up 70.
The fleeing suspect hits the A road, and the officers behind seize the opportunity to put into practice all that they've trained for.
Subject is lane 2, close the gap.
The cars ahead make a loose block to stop the suspect from getting away, then slow him down. When he's at a safe speed, they tighten the trap, and the driver has no choice but to stop.
Lane 2, box. Bring it down.
And when he does, the police are ready to pounce. It's important that all the interceptors keep up these skills, as you never know when you might need them. Intelligence has come in that a silver Golf that's been linked to a series of burglaries is currently driving up the A1 just south of Grantham. It may seem like they're looking for a needle in a haystack, but one of the greatest strengths the police have is teamwork. On the ground, an ANPR-enabled car is parked up and waiting for the Golf to pass. Mark Carlin is half a mile further up the road waiting in a lay-by in his unmarked Audi S3. With a top speed of 155 miles per hour, there's not much on the road that could hope to outrun him. Not that that matters, because above them is the helicopter, call sign Oscar Hotel 88, awaiting confirmation that they have the suspect in their sights.
Attention.
And it's on. The Golf's triggered the ANPR, and Carlin slips out of the lay-by and nonchalantly falls in behind the hatchback. With 265 brake horsepower under his right foot, he's ready if the driver twigs he's being followed and floors it. Above them, the chopper also locks onto the suspect vehicle. When the eye in the sky is focused on you, getting away is no easy task.
Just to clarify tactics for this incident, preemptive TPAC and Stinger are authorised.
This is no drill. It's the real thing and conditions are perfect.
Second Sierra 1-4, can I confirm no change in road conditions ever?
No change in road conditions, roads dry, clear, road conditions good.
The suspect Golf turns off the A1 and onto country roads, oblivious to the fact that it's being followed by Carlin. As the hot hatch turns onto more and more rural roads, a line of police vehicles is gathering behind Carlin's unmarked car.
When I get on a straight road, I'm going to try and get by. At that point, can you all make up and put a box on this vehicle?
Carlin thinks now is the time to spring his trap. He uses all of the S3's power to speed past the suspect, then slows down, creating a box with the marked cars. Boxed in and bogged down, that Golf is going nowhere. The two men were quickly taken out of the suspect car and down to the nick for questioning, but due to lack of evidence, they were later released without charge. One of the key skills you need as a police officer is observation. You need to keep your eyes peeled for anything that looks off. It can take years of training until this becomes second nature, but it's a vital talent for the Interceptors to have. Policing the streets of Lincoln today is an unmarked Skoda. This might look like an unassuming school-run estate car, but don't be fooled. Under that sensible bodywork beats the heart of a thoroughbred. How fast is it? Well, in 2011, a souped-up VRS became the fastest car in the world with a 2-litre engine. Even this unmodified model has 197 brake horsepower and a top speed of 149 miles per hour. This is basically a finely tuned Golf GTI disguised as a family runabout. In the driving seat today is keen cyclist Brian Conville. Brian has been in the service for 15 years, so he knows a dodgy-looking van when he sees one.
I just noticed the white van there.
The van's a bit shonky, and that bodywork looks like it's had more hits than the Beatles. Brian thinks it's definitely worth a stop.
Hello, mate.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm not bad.
Both van and man get a quick once-over by Brian looking for anything suspicious.
This is one collection.
How would you do for a living, mate?
Antiques, and I'm a joiner by trade, but sell antiques in shop windows as well.
The man sells antiques and bric-a-brac, so there's plenty of boxes for Brian to rifle through. Years of practice mean he's a dab hand at a search, and it's not long before he's found something of interest.
What is that?
Oh, that's a belt buckle.
A belt buckle?
Yeah, that goes on the belt there, and that goes through there on the belt.
And it's also...
I wouldn't use nothing like that anyway ever in a million years. Never.
Yeah.
No way.
He may not use it as a knuckle duster, but possession of it is still illegal under the Offensive Weapons Act. Carrying one of these attracts the same penalties as carrying a knife.
I'm going to take that off you. If you want it back...
I don't want it back, man.
Right, OK. But you're saying it's a belt buckle?
It definitely goes on a belt, yeah.
Yeah, but it also doubles up as
of course.
All right, which is an offensive weapon, chap.
Yeah.
All right, which means you can be arrested for it. All right?
Just for for possessing it?
Yes, because it's not allowed.
Having found something, Brian is obliged to do a more thorough search.
Okay, what's in the back?
What in the back?
Go on.
Everything you can imagine.
The bloke's got everything in there except the kitchen sink, including his bike. But the only vehicle the man seems interested in is Brian's Skoda.
That's fast.
Hey?
That's fast, that car.
Oh, it does 70 in a dual carriageway.
No, but I mean on pub.
Oh yeah, 70.
Yeah, I know it does 70, but I mean when it's getting to 70, it's quick. Like a rocket.
Like a rocket?
Look at its shape of it, it's nice, isn't it?
Having failed to draw Brian on cars, he tries a little charm.
Are you like a normal PC or a sergeant-y person?
No, I'm just a lowly PC.
You don't look like a lowly PC.
Don't I? No. What makes you think that?
You look like a chief constable.
A chief constable?
Yeah, one who you see every 12 hours. You look like one of them.
I wouldn't mind having his wages, but no, I'm just a normal PC, mate. But thank you for the compliment.
And very nice you are too, sir.
Sounds like Brian's made quite a hit with the guy. And speaking of hits, what about that knuckle duster belt buckle?
It's not metal, it's like hard plastic. And the mail basically says it's a belt buckle. But it could be obviously construed as a knuckle duster, which is an offensive weapon in itself. He was quite happy for me to seize it. I'll seize this from him and book it into property at Lincoln Police Station when we get back.
Despite the size of the Lincolnshire Police patch, it doesn't have a single motorway. But it does have the A1. This is Britain's longest road, stretching 410 miles all the way from the City of London right up to the heart of Edinburgh.
We do get a lot of sort of criminals using the A1, so it's just having a bit of a sort of policeman's nose and a bit of intuition as to whether a vehicle's sort of suspicious or not, or worth a check.
Patrolling the northbound carriageway today is James Bateman in the unmarked BMW estate. James's favourite superhero is Batman, but it's his spider senses that are tingling when he spots a speeding motor in his rearview mirror.
There's this Volvo who came up behind us really fast, and he's now just below 100, so we're going to monitor him. I've used the following check device to try and get an average speed for him. He's going to be over 100, I would imagine. We're now 110.
For the follow check to work, James needs to keep an even distance between himself and the speeding motor. Last year, 1,754 people lost their lives on Britain's roads. While that figure is falling, it's still too high.
So he's had a chance to slow down, but I've still got him at 105 miles an hour. He's obviously in a rush to get somewhere. So we'll see what he's got to say about that.
Almost a quarter of all fatal collisions happen as a result of speeding. It's mostly young men who are the worst offenders. But this guy's no boy racer.
Do you want to go around that side? I've got my young son in the car. How old? 10. Is he all right for 5 minutes, if you explain to him?
He's a proper grown-up, with his son in the car. So why the speed?
Do you know why I've stopped you?
Exceeding the speed limit, yes, certainly.
And why, with your 10-year-old son in the car, are you going so fast?
Because it's not a good excuse, but he's got a saxophone lesson.
That is probably the most middle-class excuse ever. I'm sorry I was speeding, I was rushing my child to a saxophone lesson. James isn't happy.
At some points you were doing 110. Which, I'm sure I don't need to say, is far too fast.
James doesn't want to blow his own trumpet, but it's proactive policing like this that keeps the road death toll falling.
At some points we were touching 110 miles an hour, but he's been slowed by other vehicles, which has reduced his average speed to 105 miles an hour, which is, on the A1, far too fast, which will definitely mean a day in court for him. He'll have to go and explain his driving to a magistrate.
Our music lover might have to get used to playing the blues, as 105 miles per hour on a dual carriageway means he's looking at 6 points on his licence and a heavy fine. It may sound harsh, but people don't realise how dangerous speeding can be.
You don't generally get little bumps on the A1. When it does happen, you get major collisions where sort of serious injury occurs, even more recently lots of fatalities. So tackling people like him and getting him off the road, so to speak, is the people we sort of look for every day.
Coming up, an evicted man doesn't take the news well.
Listen, the door is going to be drilled so that it can be opened.
When you're 6'4" and built like a fridge, you don't need a dog or a badge to lend you authority. But despite his stature, Sergeant John Moon prides himself on his relationship with the public. Today, he's patrolling Lincoln with police dog Canto in the back, when news comes through that a council eviction isn't going to plan.
He's barricaded himself in a house and refusing to come out.
Being evicted is a horrible thing, and people often take the news badly. So the Sarge goes to support the officers who are already on the scene, along with council workers, a handyman and a bailiff.
Listen to me very carefully. There is an eviction notice for this property. And the council are here to execute that eviction notice. Now, that gives them the power to force entry to this property if necessary.
In America, a cop's job is enforcing the law, but in Britain, it's all about keeping the peace. With tempers running high, sometimes people make poor decisions, and the Sarge is here to stop things going south.
Well, I'm asking you to stand away from the door, otherwise you're going to get squidged, aren't you? So, stand back from the door and stop getting irate. But listen, the door is going to be drilled so that it can be opened, and I request you do stand back. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
You've got a warrant as well? Where's that? That's the warrant, is it, to evict these? And that gives you the power to force entry?
To force entry into the property and to evict them from the property.
The court order the bailiff has means he has the power to remove the tenants and their possessions. But it's better for everyone if the evictees play ball. The guy here doesn't seem to be keen on doing that, so they're forced to start drilling the lock.
Oh, hello.
Well done.
Let's go and get in there. Come on.
Well done.
Put that down, chap.
Thank you.
Right.
So now you've just knackered the lock now because of you. Come on, get in here. Get in here.
Come on.
The measure of the police force's success isn't the amount of arrests they make, but rather the lack of crime in their area. Sometimes that means having a quiet word.
Don't make the situation worse, because you go and start shouting and swearing and giving him a right hander or something, you're never going to get in a council house again, are you? Just a piece of advice, mate, that's all.
This firm but fair attitude often gets good results and sometimes life stories. Apparently this fella's had a brush with a police dog before.
I've got my Max.
Did you?
I've got my Max anymore.
Oh, PC Peacock's dog?
Yeah. I think it was about after that day, after I spent the night in them houses. I've had enough.
I'll tell PC Peacock, and he's changed your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Last year, nearly 40,000 tenants were evicted. Almost all of these for not paying the rent. While the couple pack their stuff, the Sarge checks their car. And what started off as a bad day suddenly gets a lot worse.
This is going to put a right spanner in the works, this. You watch this go off. He's got no insurance on his car, so he thinks he's been evicted. Now he's got no insurance on his car. Hey, you've got no insurance in this car. Mate. Which company's that?
It might seem harsh to pick on a man who's just been thrown out of his home, but the law is the law. A car without insurance can't be driven on the road, leaving the man homeless, carless, and with no way of transporting his possessions.
If you can get insurance now, bring these people back, you sort insurance and pay it.
Yeah.
Then when I know it's insured, I won't be seizing the car.
I'm going to have to get some money put into my bank account. You got any money? I'm going to have to ring work, get him to put some money in my account, or he's going to seize my car. Can you put 70 quid in my bank account? The police are about to seize the car. I've just been evicted from a flat. Yeah, all right. Yeah, nice one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right.
So good that they're good with me, that is.
Right, OK, mate. Bring that insurance company up.
Yeah.
And speak to them direct and tell them what's happened.
Yeah.
And see if they're willing to help you out here. I'm doing you a favour here.
Yeah, I know you are. I appreciate it.
I must be getting soft in my old age.
The man gets his car insured, and while he may be homeless, at least he has a way to move his stuff and start looking for somewhere new to live. It was a potentially volatile situation, but through diplomacy, Moon has managed to keep the peace and calm things down.
Thank you ever so much.
Right.
I appreciate it. I do.
and he's going to drive away in an insured vehicle, and hopefully their day won't get any worse than it already has been.
As Sergeant Moon proves, effective policing needs good people skills. Something Rich Precious knows all about. Rich is an avid Grimsby Town fan. He loves the Mariners. But as they haven't won anything for the last 16 years, he's someone who understands patience. This can come in handy when dealing with members of the public. A man's just driven past him without a seatbelt on. Rich decides to have a friendly word.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what do you want?
The reason I've stopped you, or asking you to stop, is because you weren't wearing your seatbelt when you went past me on the corner of Riverside Approach. So I just need to speak to you in relation to that, sir, before you go anywhere else, OK? Just going to stand with me, my car, mate. Is it your car, sir, is it?
Well, ain't no one else's, is it?
Well, I don't know, is it? That's why I'm asking you.
And why is it? It's you, got
well, you can speak to me. Just stand there. Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
The man's getting aggressive and struggling. Rich is alone, so as a matter of course, he reaches for his taser stun gun.
Right, sir, I've asked you a question.
Do me a seatbelt fine.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, I will do.
I've got things to do. I've got me boy.
I will do.
1 o'clock.
OK, right. Well, just come with
But
me.
it's always better to talk these things through rather than stun anyone. For a start, there's a lot less paperwork.
And you weren't past me, and in my honestly held belief, you were leaning forward and you weren't wearing your seatbelt. That's why I've stopped you, OK? I've obviously done a check prior to stopping you, so I know who the registered keeper of the car is. So when I ask you, is it your car?
Well, it's obvious that it belongs
to
you.
No, it's not. Why is that obvious to me? Why is that obvious?
Because no one else drive a car like that around here.
Well, I don't know. I work all over the county on the roads police unit for Lincolnshire. So 1 minute I can be in Stamford and the next minute I can be in Altney Clay. It just so happens. all right. So we're getting somewhere now. We're laughing, are we? We're laughing now, aren't we? All right. We're having a conversation, a proper conversation, which is the way it should be. All right. I just want to deal with it.
Yeah. So do I.
As
We got to get to
all
Lincoln.
right. You've got to be off at 1, and I don't want to keep you any longer than I have to. All right. So I'm just going to take some details from you.
Rich talks the man around, and against all the odds, they're best mates by the time he gives him a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt.
When he got out of the car, the ante was up there straight away. I obviously didn't know why he was being so aggressive for simply being stopped with his seatbelt. I did sort of at one point sort of go for a taser because I wasn't aware as to what he might have on him. I'm on my own, so you know it's officer safety. And however, after speaking to him for a little while, he calmed down sufficiently to the point was once the ticket or the traffic offence report had been completed, he actually shook my hand and was laughing with me.
For not wearing his seatbelt, Rich's new friend got a £60 fixed penalty notice. That should make him think twice before heading out without one again. It's a good result for Rich. He can leave now knowing that he's made the roads a little safer.
Bye.